What is going on, guys? Greggles TV. This is going to be my review of the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active 2 and how I personally use it. Now, I will admit I probably don't use this to its very full potential of everything and that you would want and could do with this watch, so keep that in mind. But I'll just let you know how I use it. Now, right off the bat, I personally use it for notifications and also a step counter, and it does a lot of other stuff with health and all that, but that's what I use this watch for. So if you don't want to watch this video, leave, but I'm going to tell you everything I like and that I don't like about this watch. So first of all, I love the ease of use of this watch. I think it's so easy to use. You get your back button up here, you have your apps button down here, and it's just so easy to use. You have your quick toggles when you swipe down from the top to access things that you want to quickly access. For instance, you tap that button in the top left if you want to put this to sleep, because maybe you're going to take a little nap, so you can do that. You have your brightness right here, so if you want to lower the brightness, which we'll do just to make it look a little better, hopefully on screen, you can do that. And one of the cool things actually about the brightness is it's very easy to read outdoors, which is great. So if you are concerned with using this outdoors, don't be. It always has that always on display, and when you lift it up and touch it, the screen will get bright and you can see everything on the screen perfectly fine. You get to your settings real quick. It's just really easy. So I love that about the watch. The other thing, like I said, that I use it for is my notifications. So when I swipe over from the left to the right, I can interact with my notifications. So let me send myself a quick little text here. I'm going to turn the watch off here, and I'm going to send myself a text message. All right, so I got my text message. When I lift it up, it automatically shows the message, and I set myself 2 messages, so that's why it shows it like kind of twice in there. But what's cool about it, so you see that little dot, you'll know you have a notification. So when I swipe over, let me go back one sec. So when I swipe over, I see the message in here, and I can swipe it up to make it go away, or I can tap on it and interact. So I can see both messages in here, and I can tap this to talk. I can tap this to send a little emoji in these different categories. I can do this, and I can like type out my message if I want to, which I personally never use, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to get into that. It's a little bit too slow for me, at least I think so. Or you can choose predefined messages, which is awesome. And the cool thing about the predefined messages, you can actually edit the responses right here. And the cool thing about this too is that I'm using the Android Messages app. I'm not using the regular Samsung text messaging app. So you can use other apps on here and interact with them, even though it might not specifically have the app on the watch. So yeah, the one thing I don't like about, or not that I hate it, but it's definitely something that could be improved, is the speed at which when you talk on this. I'll show you what I mean when it captures my voice. I am doing great. How are you? Now that was actually fairly fast. It has taken a little bit faster in the past, but yeah, it's not super fast. So sometimes it's a little bit quicker to use these little messages here. Another thing that I don't fully love is there's no Google Assistant, which I love, and I use it to control my home devices and stuff like that. And it also doesn't interact with Nest cam. So I have my Nest cameras, and it doesn't show any previews of what's going on. It will show it on my phone, but it will not show it on my watch. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish it did show that stuff. Even when you tap on it, I can show it on my phone and look at it, but again, it won't show it on my watch, which I wish they did have some Google interaction in this so that you could, do more Google stuff on there. It doesn't, so it's just something to keep in mind. If you're a big Google person, you might not love this watch. It might be a turn off for you, but otherwise, you'll probably love it. And here's a little, and sorry for the video, it's a little bit blurry, but I did want to show you that it does show a preview of the video, or at least a photo of it, of the clip that it picked up with my Blink camera. So some camera apps do work. I know Wise does as well, but the Google ones currently don't. Other than that, like I said, I do use it as mostly a step tracker, which you could get something much cheaper to do that. But I like it that this has the built-in notifications, and it's, you know, built in with the Samsung ecosystem, and has access to some of the apps. And this does a great job at keeping track of my steps and letting me know. Sometimes if I'm just, you know, sitting around too much, it'll tell me to get up and, you know, don't be lazy and all that stuff. So it's cool that it does all of that as well. Other than that, I'll be honest with you, I don't really use it for really anything else. You can see it has a check your beats per minute on your heart, and you can check the weather and all that. And I do use it for the weather. You can see right here, I can just tap right there and check out what the weather is. So I like that stuff. It does have Bixby as well. Hi Bixby, what's the weather in New York City?
In New York, it is cloudy and 53 degrees.
Hi Bixby, what's the score of the Patriots game?
That function can't be supported.
So Bixby doesn't do everything, but it does do some stuff like checking the weather and you know, stuff like that. Other than that, honestly, I really like the watch. I would recommend it if you're gonna use it for notifications and health and you know, I guess anything else you want. You can talk on the phone with using this wristwatch, but I always have headphones in, so I never use it, to be honest with you. I just use it for my notifications. I use it to check my steps, and that's pretty much it. So at that, it's kind of expensive, but I still love it. It feels great on my wrist, and it works well, and I get about 2 days of battery life personally with this watch. So if you want to pick it up, it's linked down below. Thanks for watching. See you guys down the road. Peace!